Hello friends, how are you? I hope you are all fine and doing very well, and I hope you are learning from here, because my main goal of uploading tutorials here is not to earn money. Actually, I just want to teach you and those people who cannot afford fees for web development courses. So actually the truth is I love to teach and help others. So if you get any problems regarding to your work, you can simply ask me in comment section, and I will solve it for you. So today we are gonna learn about CSS attribute selector and what are CSS attribute selector and how can we use them. Today we will cover everything about CSS attribute selector in this video. So if you are a beginner or a professional web developer, so do subscribe to my channel, and so that way you will get all the notification and tutorials. And in this channel my style is different from others because I give you real world working examples. So come back to our topic. Okay, now first of all we have to know what is CSS attribute selector. Actually you can say it as any element that you select using attribute is known as CSS attribute selector. So it's simple. So let me show you by practical so you can understand it better. So first of all, I'm gonna make a folder here and name this folder as CSS ATTR, okay, for attribute short form. Now then I'm going to open it with code. It's a Microsoft Visual Studio free code editor, and it have great functionality, and I prefer every beginner and professional developer to use this. So and then I'm gonna make some files like index.html and one more file which is style.css. Now I'm going here to make a boilerplate, and then I can set a title here, attribute selector. Okay, nowadays it's very common trend, people are using attribute selector. So I thought that I should make a video on this topic. So here I am, and I'm making it for you. So don't worry if you don't know about anything about attribute selector. We will covering 0 to advanced attribute selector in this video. So as you can see, this is my simple boilerplate, and one more thing, I have to connect my style.css file here. Okay, the next thing is I'm gonna open this file in my web browser, and as you can see it is totally empty, but you can see the title is appeared. So, and I'm gonna remove this folder from here. Okay, now this is my simple boilerplate. Let me do some markup here. First of all, I am going to make some links, not this one. I'm going to make some links here. So this is a known as anchor links, and these are links that I covered in my HTML series, so you should watch HTML series if you don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna write something like home and the quick code and learn here. So I'm making 3 links here, and let me show you first of all in browser what it looks like. It looks like something this. And now if I want to change, if I want to select the quick code with the href element, sorry, I have given it already, or you can say if you want to select it as a target, so target, and you want to set it as blank, so it will will open it in new page. So once you click on it, you can see it is opening in new page. Okay, now it's cool. So first of all, this is, I want to select it with attribute. So I want to select this link with attribute. So how can I do this? It's very simple. You have to copy this as selector from here, then you have to give the selector that you want to select, and then you have to give the you can say then you have to give its attribute. Okay, not target. Okay, you can say it as target. Now if you want to change its background color to something like anything, I'm choosing a random background color, and once you refresh it, you can see the quick code, this background color is applying on the quick code link. So why it is happening? Actually, I specified it that select the anchor link, select this anchor link that have the attribute, and that attribute is target. Now if you want to make it more specific, you can specify its value here. So if you want to specify its value like blank, okay, let me show you one more thing, that if you give this target to one more link, let's suppose you give it here, and now you refresh it. Now you can see there is two links that are styled because there are two target attributes. And now if you want to set it something more specific, you can set the value also here. Now once you refresh it, nothing is changed because it is true that the target have the blank value in both. Now if you change it from here to set it to parent or anything else, now once you refresh it, you can see this blank is only, this target is applying because it have the value blank, and I am saying in my style.css that select that attribute, that anchor link that have the value of blank. So it's very pretty simple. Okay, now what next? So actually this thing is will select all the elements, anchor links that have the target attribute with the value of blank. Okay, now there are another way of using attribute selector is by using the wave dash attribute selector. Now wave dash attribute selector something looks like this. Actually, let me remove everything from here, and now let me show you what is wave dash. It is known as wave dash. Let me zoom it so you can see this is wave. Okay, so if you want to select it, actually I don't know what's its name, so I don't know its name, so if you know, please comment it down. Okay, now the syntax is very simple. It's very simple that you have to put the attribute first of all, and then you have to use this dash wave dash sign, then equal to, and then the value here. Okay, so this is the syntax, and let me point it here, syntax. Yeah, now what is actually it will work for? So it will select all the elements with the attribute that you write in it in brackets, and that contains a space separated list of words. So what does it mean? What I'm actually trying to convince you is that if let me actually, I have multiple paragraphs here. Let me first of all make it something a little bit smaller. So yes, now I have something paragraphs here with a clause, or you can say with a title, and let me give it something like paragraph, graph. Okay, and let me add some paragraph here. Now once you refresh it, you can see a paragraph here. Okay, the next thing is not this thing actually, yeah, paragraph 2, and refresh it again. Now once you hover on it, you can see a little blank tool tip is coming, and once you hover on the paragraph, so it is telling you this is paragraph 2, and this is simple, it will tell you this is a paragraph. Now if I come here and select the A, and then not A, select the P, and then the attribute is title, okay, and then if I set it equal to with the value of paragraph, graph, and set it background color to blue. Now once you refresh it, you can see it is applying here only, but once you add this wave dash sign and refresh it again, now it is applying on both. So what is actually it is doing, it is actually just searching the paragraph here, and it is seeing the paragraph that is available in the first P and that is available in the second P. So this is the way of, and this is another way that you can do. But one more thing is, it actually accepts this thing, accepts the space separated list of words. But one more thing, that if I just put a hyphen here and again refresh it, now it won't work. So it won't work with hyphen or without space, it will work with space. Okay, so this is the thing that I want to tell you. So the next thing is, and you can say the next type of selector is pipe attribute selector. Now what is the syntax of pipe attribute selector? What is pipe actually? Pipe something looks like this. Okay, you can, I am saying it pipe, some different people say it as rods. I don't know what is real word for it. You can in computer language, but mostly programmers prefer use to say that it is a pipe. Okay, so I'm also saying it is a pipe attribute selector. So the pipe attribute selector is used to select elements with a specified attribute starting with a specified value. So let me show you. First of all, let me set up some markup here. So I'm removing this markup from here. Actually, why I'm removing because you can easily understand what is happening. So I'm again going to set a paragraph and set it like top H, okay, and then top T, and then top space C, and then top C. I will show you what I'm doing. So I'm actually making some thing here that can help you to understand what is happening. Okay, now I'm going to do, I'm going to copy it from here and paste it in my class section like this. And one more thing here, that's not I want. Okay, I will write it on myself. So the classes are the same as the content. Why I'm using it here, so you will see it in just seconds. So this is my simple markup, and you can see the classes are top H, top T with hyphen, and then top space C, then top space without space, top C, and then top hyphen C. And this is a backtick. I don't want to apply backtick here. Now Let me show you first of all how it looks like in the web browser. It looks like something this. So first of all, I'm going to here, and I'm gonna use the pipe selector. So how can I use this? It's very simple. First of all, I'm going to select the P, and the attribute is class, and then here I have to give the pipe here. Okay, now I'm going to write top. So what does this thing work? Actually, the pipe attribute is used to select the element with a specified attribute starting with a specified value. So this value and this value is the starting point. So actually these values the starting point, and the pipe selector is just check the starting point. If the starting point is available, like if this is the starting value, it won't check any more about hyphen, about anything else. It checks that it is you can say that it is in start, or it is in beginning. So this actually selects all the element with a class attribute that have the value that begins with the top. Okay, now once I refresh it, nothing is changed because I have to set some rules here. I can change its background color so you can see it clearly, and once I refresh it, you can see 1 and 2 and 3, the last one is selected, but the last 2 is not selected. That is the top with space C is not selected, and the top C is also not selected. So it will avoid these two ones, and it will select those ones that have the hyphen. Once I zoom it for you, so you can see the hyphen ones are selected, but the space that have space in it won't select anymore. And one more thing, that if I change its order, something like C top, and change it here from, you can see what is selecting actually, C dash top. Now once you refresh it, actually it won't work, because the pipe selector attribute will only select the values that are coming in the beginning. So here the top is in beginning, so it will select those that are in beginning and that don't have any space, or that don't have space, and that don't have any extra words that are with this word. So it won't actually, it will search it as this as a whole word. So this is the problem, that it will take it as a whole word, and it is taking here as a it won't take, the pipe selector will actually take this thing as a whole word, so it won't select this item. Okay, so this is the power of pipe attribute selector. Now there are a lot of other ways or other selectors also. So the next one is, if my pronunciation is not correct, then please compromise it for now. So the next one is circumflex attribute selector, and this selector is used to select elements those who have attribute value begins with a specified value, and it's very simple and super exciting for you. So the circumflex sign is something looks like this. Okay, you see it something, and people usually make this kind of, you can emojis with it. So you can, I don't know how they write these kind of emojis, but this is my simple emoji. You can see it. This is my simple emoji. Okay, so this sign is actually known as circumflex sign. So There is a siren outside, you can hear it. Okay, now first of all I'm gonna set a markup here so you can see what is happening. So let's say let me take it as it is. So this is the markup, you can see, and I'm going here. Now I'm going to select the paragraphs that have the attribute of class. Then sorry, I have to put the circumflex symbol here. Then I'm going to set its value to top. Okay, now I'm gonna change its background color to, let's suppose, yellow. Once you refresh it, you can see all these 1 2 3 4 5 tops are selected. This top is selected, this top is selected that have the hyphen, this top is also selected that have the space, this top is also selected, and it is now taking it as not taking it as a whole word. It is taking this, it is searching that this editor found, or you can say the CSS found this top here, and it stops rendering anymore, it stops searching, and then it just tiled it out. So this is top actually, and now it is taking it also a top here. So but it won't take this top because the circumflex symbols usually and actually select those attribute value that begins with a specified value. So they select all the class attribute value that begins with the top. So this one is not beginning with top, it is beginning with C, as you can see in my markup here. So it is beginning with C, but if I change it to top, so it won't check it the next one, it will check the first one and it will style it. Once you refresh it, it is styled. So this is the power of circumflex attribute. Okay, the next one is, I think so, the $1. Yeah, there is another attribute selector and known as $sign attribute selector. It is just you can say the opposite of circumflex, because it will select whose attribute value ends with a specified value. So it will select the last value of your class, or sorry, of your attribute. So let me set some markup for you so you can understand it easily. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this markup, so don't worry. Let me take it with divs. Okay, 1 2 3 4 divs and one paragraph also. Now I'm gonna show you some little bit more trick. So I can say it first div, and then I can say that second div, then I can say my div, or you can say that with hyphen. Okay, and then div dash my, and then a paragraph. I think so I should take it as a paragraph. Wow, actually I want to select this one also. Okay, this is my simple structure. As you can see, this is very simple. There are 3 divs, 1 paragraph. Okay, now I'm gonna style it. Okay, first of all I'm going to delete everything from here, and I'm not selecting any selector. okay, first of all I'm going to set a class here with the same here, but not, I'm just putting a hyphen, you can say, or underscore here. Okay, now the next one is with a class, I can say second underscore div. Then I'm gonna put again a class here. Then I can say that my and a hyphen and then div, and then again a class with p dash my. Okay, now let me show you something very important. So I'm coming here in my style.css and I won't tell it whether it is a div, whether it is a p. I won't tell it whether it's a div or whether it is a p paragraph. I just use this brackets here, and inside this bracket I'm going to give the attribute. So I'm gonna give the attribute is, let's suppose, class. Okay, then I'm going to put a dollar sign here, then equal to, and then I'm going to give the value. So in my case I'm gonna give the div, because as you know, as I told you before, that the dollar sign always selects or only checks the last one. So I'm putting it here. Let me enter it with something like this. Okay, the next thing is I'm gonna set some rules here, like background color, set it to yellow. Now once you refresh it, you can see this div and this div is selected. And why it is selecting? Because here is div and here is div in the last. But if the div is in the you can say is in the start, it won't select it. So it is actually doing opposite to circumflex symbol, because if I put a circumflex symbol here, now you can see the last one is selecting. Okay, but if I put the dollar sign symbol here, you can see a very dramatic change, that it will select the only those values that are in the end. So div here is in the you can say the beginning, but here these divs are coming in last. One more thing, that if I change it, something looks like this, it will work. So actually it start checking VID. Okay, something looks like this. So this is the power of, you can say, this is the power of attribute selector. And mostly we do not mess up with dollar sign and circumflex symbols. We just take the simple one that we just that is just this one. But in some advanced cases we have to use those symbols. So here it is. Here I'm telling you, giving you all the information about CSS attribute selector. Okay, now friends, I think that it's too much rubbish. You can say it's too much load pressure on you. So, and I know my video lengths are very long and lengthy, because I took everything from very zero to tell you each and every concept that you should know to build a better website or to be a better developer. So the last one is asterisk sign attribute selector. Now what is asterisk? You can see this is the asterisk, and we are gonna select with this attribute selector. So this selector is used to select elements whose attribute values contains a specified value. And actually this is, I actually say it as Superman. because this steric symbol is search very cleverly. It will select from the first from beginning, and also from last, and also from middle. So let me show you what I'm telling you, what I'm want to let you know. So first of all, I'm taking some paragraphs, or you can say let me take some divs here. Div with a class of, let's suppose, first test, test, or like this, and then fir frost, not frost, it's first div. Okay, now this class is second one, not selector, actually sec. Okay, it's enough. And the next one is my, and then dash test. Another one is without the symbol, and here is another my. Now you can see it how it cleverly selects this. Okay, now let me change the content so you can compare it easily. And one more thing is, now once you refresh it, you can see something looks like this. Okay, now once I come here, and one more cool thing, actually it won't take it as whole word. So I'm just going to give a class here, not a class simply. I'm going to use the brackets here. You can say it as square brackets. Then I'm going to set its attribute with the steric symbol, then equal to, then the value. So the value here I want to set it as te. Okay, so this way you can see it more clearly. Now I'm going to set a background color yellow. Once you refresh it, you can see without just the second one is not selected, because it don't have any te in it. And here you can see it have te, this class is also have te, and this one is also have te. So it selects only those who have te value in class attribute. So this is the power of steric. But once you remove it from here and refresh it, nothing is styled, because it's actually looking for only te. Because if I remove it from here and only write te, so it will select. So I don't want it in this way. I want it to if I use it use the steric symbol here, so it will search this te in each and every string in from different angles, from start to bottom and bottom to start, from top to from left to right and right to left also. So once you refresh it, now you can see it is selected. Now if I put a te here also and refresh it, now you can see this is the power of CSS attribute selectors, and you can use it in input forms also. So in the next video I will show you how you can use it, because it will be becoming very lengthy video and I don't want to mess up with a lot of knowledge. So practice it for now, practice these all selectors if you can, and I wish you will practice. So this is the way of learning. You have the determination, you have to be persistent, you have to be disciplined. So if you are really very serious in your developing career, so if you want to make or build your career, so you have to focus here, you have to practice after watching my tutorials. Okay, So I hope you are learning something from here, and if you have any queries regarding to this video, you can ask me. You can simply ask me. Feel free to ask me in the comment box and I will answer you. I will surely answer you. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.